Hello YouTube land and welcome to Forcing Unison PlayStation E3 Special! I'm excited. I am one of your hosts, Dantes, and of course joining me for the first time covering PlayStation news, my friend, my brother, Caleones. How you doing, Caleones?
Hey, how you doing, Dantes? How you doing, everybody? And I'm gonna try not to embarrass myself on this stream. He's the expert. I'm not when it comes to Sony. I'm not really the expert because I choose not to like them too much. But I'm gonna be I'm gonna try my best on this one.
Come on, gamer, be neutral, my friend. Be neutral. You can be a fan of Nintendo, let me clarify, but you can also like Sony. Both of them give good exclusives. And that's what defines your console. You hear that, Microsoft? Good exclusives. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't want to take more dicks at Microsoft because I think everybody has done it during Twitter and the gaming posts right now or forums. Anyway, Caleones, let's cover some of the early news that were shown today, right?
Yes.
You want to hit me up because there was a big Nintendo Switch announcement by Ubisoft. You want to tell our friends about it?
Well, from the Ubisoft conference, the first thing that happened is Shigeru Miyamoto came into this stage. He was carrying the bullet bill on his hand as a cannon, like what we've seen so far from Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So one, the game is real. Two, it looked pretty awesome. As far as the gameplay itself, it plays like XCOM. Best way to describe it is not like it's like a strategy based game. It's not. No, you're not gonna control Mario jumping around, stomping, but instead Mario's gonna be shooting a cannon, which is the closest that he's done something like that is with fireballs. His kingdom is invaded by the rabbits, and there he has four rabbits that are dressed up like the Mario characters, which are going to be eight characters in total that you can alternate in the parties. So you have Mario, you have Luigi, Princess Peach, and Yoshi, and you have the same counterparts when it comes to the rabbits as well. One of the bosses they showed was what looked like a rabbit's version of Donkey Kong, and it seems like that's going to be a theme going around the game itself. So different worlds is going to be based on different Nintendo characters, and the rabbits are going to be. They're going to look like those other Nintendo characters, so you're going to have to battle them. So, like I said, strategy based, duck, cover, shoot. You can pull, like push each other in the air, stomp, and do special abilities. But overall, it looks pretty good. It looks a lot better than what people thought when you heard Mario and rabbits on the same sentence. So did you get to? I know you weren't able to see the live stream, but were you able to catch any of the highlights?
So I did see the trailer for the Rabbids Mario game. Look interesting. It piqued my interest. I'm not saying that I'm excited like, oh my god, I need to get it tomorrow. But it looked good. I probably will buy it to support the game. I mean, we have to support good ideas or innovative ideas. And if this game is innovative and they make something new with the Mario franchise, that this could run in parallel with the Mario RPG series, hey, who gives a fuck, right? Hey, I'm all for it. And then it shows you Ubisoft. Nintendo fans, you have to support Ubisoft when they put a game out there for the Switch, because this is one of the few third-party companies who always have shown good support to the Nintendo console, and this just shows you the good partnership that they have with Nintendo. So I will support it, and I recommend you guys do it too if the game is good. Of course, you have to wait and see for reviews and see if the game is good. Of course, you can have your reservations, right, and have a wait and see attitude. But if it's good, I'll buy it. I'll support.
Yeah, and that's very, very important because one of the biggest complaints when it comes to Nintendo systems, especially on the Wii U, somewhat on the Wii, and now to start on the Switch, is that third-party developers are not really embracing it. They're not, coming over. We do see a couple of them, from the Japan side, but from the West, you're not really seeing that many of them. Ubisoft, traditionally, they have supported Nintendo, but to some extent, they did get burned on the Wii U. Zombie U was a better game than the reception it received, and that kind of hurt them. And having even though there's actually rumors that the concept about Mario and Rabbids started all the way back on the Wii, but this is a very good way for Nintendo to kind of like make it up to Ubisoft, and to as a big thank you for supporting them throughout the years. Hopefully, this game is gonna do great, and is gonna pave the way not only to receive more support from Ubisoft, but also to have other third-party developers embrace the Switch and come over and release their games on it as well. So,
I agree. Hopefully we're good. I have my hopes high. I mean, I like Mario games. Mario RPG is one of my favorite games of all time, and the Mario and Luigi saga is so fucking underrated. You guys should go and play it. It's a funny RPG, and it's a fun RPG, right? And it has the roots of Mario RPG, which is why I love that game so much. I don't like Paper Mario that much, but hey, some people do love Paper Mario. And this could be a new franchise for Mario, right? Mario has a lot of different pillars under the Mario name, right? And most of them are pretty good. So I look forward to it. Anyway, Caleones, the other big news was Beyond Good and Evil 2 was announced during the Ubisoft press conference. I know there was a lot of rumors going around that was supposed to be a Switch exclusive or a time exclusive. It seems that is not the case. I'm just wondering, what is your thoughts, Caleones?
okay, well, the announcement is somewhat bittersweet. It's sweet because Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's been like 15 years since the first one came out, and we have been waiting all this time for a sequel. But it's kind of bitter because, like you said, there were rumors that it was a Nintendo Switch exclusive, timed exclusive, and now the game itself seems a little too. A little too complicated, or that I'm not sure if it's going to be able to that Switch be able to handle it in a way. But I was surprised about the announcement. I wasn't really expecting it, since they had already said that they weren't going to be showing it at E3. So that was a surprise. The game itself looks great. We haven't really seen any concept about the gameplay itself, so it was more so like a cinematic reveal for the game. But yeah, it's great that it's official and that it's coming on the way. But yeah, Nintendo either it's not going to be a time exclusive, or it might not receive it at all. Especially since PlayStation UK, through their Twitter account, they were hyping the Beyond Good and Evil 2 game. So that tells you, if PlayStation is hyping it, it means that they're going to be getting it, and not necessarily later than other systems.
Which is fine. Hey, Beyond Good and Evil deserves to be played by as most gamers as it can be, right? So the first one, it was a cult it had a cult following, sorry, but it wasn't a huge game, right?
But it was ahead of its time.
No, I know, but it was a small title, a cult following. What I mean with that, it didn't sell gangbusters, right? So I think you need this game, to be as multiple consoles as possible. I'm talking Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, to get a good audience and maybe sell more, right? So this is one of those games that I believe needs to be a multi-platform game. So it's not bad. It's not it's not bad, Caleones. Switch already has good exclusives. Sony has good exclusives. Microsoft has launch time console exclusives. So good for them. Anyway, like I was saying, so I think more gamers should play it. It's all good. Anyway, Caleones, that was the two big news coming out of the Ubisoft conference. I know that they also announced the release date for South Park. What was it? South Park, the broken butthole, whatever it's called, the fractured butthole.
The fractured butthole.
The fractured butthole.
And that one, the release on that one is going to be October 17th.
Yep. Yep. And let me say that I'm excited about that game, even though I misspoke about the title. If you can go to my account at Dantes _1680 in PS, and you can see that I platted the first South Park game, and it was funny as fuck. Great game. It was a simple RPG, so this game looks like they're gonna step up with the RPG mechanics. So we'll have to wait and see how good the gameplay ends up to be. But if it's still funny, like the first one, hey, I'm all in. And the beauty is if you pre-order, or you can get the first one for the new, or this gen version of the first one for free. So that's another plat for you trophy hunters out there. I may play it again just to get that other plat. Anyway, but, I'm looking forward to that game.
Yeah, South Park, The Fractured Butthole, it is stepping it up big time. It was dropping F-bombs from the very beginning on that trailer, so they're going all out on it. Aside from that one, understandably, they showed Assassin's Creed Origins again. They showed The Crew Part 2. They also had a Transference VR game. They had Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is like the pirate ship battle version of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So that looked pretty exciting, and it looks like it can be more than one or two players, playing and battling at the same time. You had Just Dance 18, which that's a given. Starlink Battle for Atlas, and this one, which I have previously sent you the link to the article. Starlink Battle for Atlas. It is a Toys to Life game, and it basically it's like a smaller size version of No Man's Sky, which means that it probably will be a better version of No Man's Sky, and that goes for games like Elite and Dangerous and those. But for Starlink Battle for Atlas, Toys to Life game, if you either on the Xbox One controller, PS4, on the or on the Switch controller, you connect it to the the Joy-Con grip. There you put the starship. You can change the wings. You can change the weapons. You can customize the hull. And once you change it, it changes it in real time in the game, so you can engage in different battles and things like that. So this one, even though it's for other consoles as well, but it's nice that Nintendo will be receiving it. Aside from this one, you had Steep Road to the Olympics, which is an expansion. They showed once again Far Cry 5. And yeah, pretty much those were most of the games that they showed during the conference. As the conference overall, to me so far it has been the best conference out of all the ones that we've already seen. Even though I did say that Bethesda conference was for me the best one up until then, because they just went game after game and minimized the talking, but it was pretty exciting, seeing Shigeru Miyamoto at the beginning with the bullet bill cannon, and then engaging and doing the back-to-back, holding the guns up with the Ubisoft presenter. So that was pretty exciting. And you're saying, you already did say that Sony is gonna blow all the other conferences out of the water on this one. Well, you said
they have a chance. They have a chance.
They have a chance.
Yeah. Don't change shit that I said. They have a chance. They already showed 2 exclusives in the pre-show, which was Matterfall and Hotshot Golf. A lot of people won't give a fuck about Hotshot Golf, but Matterfall, you motherfuckers better go buy that shit. This is from Housemarque, the creators of Resogun, the best PS4 launch exclusive game. I know Knack is fighting for the contention of it, but I'm still gonna give it to Resogun. And these people know how to make good games, gameplay type of arcade games. I love them. Stardust is another great game. Fucking Resogun, and now they're making Matterfall, and Matterfall looks like a Resogun, with a person fighting all over the place. So it's gonna be fast-paced, fun game. Awesome. I do recommend it. You motherfuckers, you better go buy that shit.
Well, yeah, Resogun is one of the reasons why Breath of the Wild is the best launch game in the last 25 years, because it was a great game to have, but that was basically it for the PS4 at launch. I'm not gonna take credit away. Game was
you motherfucker. It was Knack. Shut the fuck up, okay? Knack destroys everything Nintendo has, okay?
And we're about to see Knack 2. We're about to see Knack 2 should be revealed. So
Yeah.
Okay, so where we at? Like how long until the conference starts?
Like 5 minutes.
5 more minutes.
Yeah,
Okay. Is that
here.
Nino Kuni? Okay, so they're showing Nino Kuni too.
Oh, yes, son. Another, well, it's not a PlayStation exclusive. Shut up, fanboys. It is a multiplat because it's coming to PC. Okay, so shut the fuck up. But still, Nino Kuni 1, an awesome game, and I'm really looking forward to Nino Kuni.
And I want to say Nino Kuni 1 was also not a PlayStation exclusive. It was on the 3DS.
And that one I can defend it a little bit because the version on the 3DS is completely different than the version of the PlayStation 3. I already went to looking the side by side because I wanted to see if I wanted to play it on the 3DS. But the complete version, or it's totally different. So
yeah. But from my fanboy side, I just want to say, hey, if it was already on the 3DS, it could eventually make it back over to a Nintendo system, and what better system than the Switch? But yeah, I mean, looking at the screens, it looks pretty awesome. And I mean, those are the type of games. It looks like one of those Ghibli movies.
And to say also to my Nintendo brothers, I want that game to go to the Switch too. That is a great game to be in a Switch. It's portable. It's fun to play. I'm telling you guys, the first Nino Kuni was awesome. So if it comes to the Switch, that'll be great because again, that's the beauty about the Switch. You can play it anywhere, and that game will look great in that Switch screen because the artwork the artistic style of the graphics they're beautiful games, right? To your point, it's kind of Studio Ghibli type of artwork, right? So.
I think so. I think
It's called PSX.
Okay, so now we have a little more blah 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 until the conference or this segment ends, and we go straight into the conference itself. So. Okay, so what do you look forward to from Sony before we start?
Is happening for 2017.
Dude, Spider-Man. I'm really hopeful for that game that they will show at least a release date or at least gameplay footage, right? God of War. I love God of War. Game. There's rumors that it's coming this November.
Yep.
I think it's a mistake. This fall is too stacked. I think Sony should keep the strategy of releasing games first quarter of the year, right?
Yeah, but I mean, God of War it's not a game that's gonna get lost in the shuffle. Horizon, yeah, I mean, if you release that one on November, it's gonna get lost. So February was good for Horizon, but God of War, it transcends video games. It's one of those early Sony PlayStation games, and I mean, you could put it up there with their best exclusives as like the God of Wars and those. So I see you there blowing kisses to your fans. No, but yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt them at all when it comes to God of War. If it does, it's probably going to be for, I mean, not necessarily Sony fanboys, but mostly the casual gamers, which they're probably just going to go straight for the Call of Duties and the yearly games, the Maddens, the FIFAs, those that I mean, I guess people don't really care and they would grab on any system, but I'm I just want to see how it is. I mean, they're changing the whole dynamic of how God of War plays. So I want to know if it works, the new formula. Aside from God of War and like you said, Spider-Man, um, I just want to be surprised. I want to see if there's anything up, that they can pull out their sleeves, something that we haven't seen yet. I know that like Red Dead Redemption 2 has been missing. Like we haven't really seen except other than their reveal by Rockstar. Have we seen anything else from it?
No, but honestly, I'm okay if they don't show it. I want Sony to focus more on their exclusive, right? Because to me, this is the time, if you want to punch Microsoft, you want to show your catalog of games that is only exclusive to the PlayStation. I know that Destiny 2 is going to be there. I know that Call of Duty is going to be there. And those are the two times I'm going to be fucking falling asleep. But that's fine. I understand that there's some business going around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got the marketing right, so they have to.
They have to show them,
Yeah.
which is fine. Okay, fine. But I want Sony to focus on exclusives if possible, right? And show that Microsoft what real exclusives are, right?
Yeah. And I know
And
you're
at
like
least on the
sweating it last
pre-show, they're
generation.
showing a
but-
lot of VR bullshit, so they get that VR shit out of the way. And to clarify, I have VR and I like it, but I don't want to see a lot of VR during the conference. So
Well, I mean, if anybody does VR and does justice, it's gonna be Bethesda with Doom and with Fallout. So
supposedly, Doom is coming to PlayStation VR. I read.
yeah, and Oculus as well.
Yeah. So that's good. I mean, PlayStation's getting some. That's what I said yesterday, jokingly. Bethesda did a better job in promoting VR than Sony.
Yeah. And Sony said that they're going to be doing a push for Sony VR the second half of the year. I haven't seen it. They haven't. I mean, they didn't really do it last year, and I still think that the price itself is a little too steep for people to adopt it. You still have to spend $400, or I mean, to get the best experience out of the VR, you need the PS4 Pro, the PS4 Slim. It struggles. So you have to go with the Pro. But I mean, getting the whole setup is it's a little too expensive, especially when before the PSVR came out, I could literally go to any store and get one of the Move controllers for like 10-15 bucks, and as soon as PSVR came out, they jumped all the way up to $50. And
Thank God I had my own Move controllers. That's for sure.
yeah,
I didn't have
So-
to invest on that. I only bought the base, VR console. Right. I had the camera. I had the Move controllers. I was set for VR. So, it is what it is. But okay, hopefully it will start soon, Caleones.
okay,
Are you hype? Is your body ready, Caleones?
it will be ready tomorrow at noon.
Come on,
During
your body-
Nintendo's
your body
conference.
has to be ready for this too. Come on.
Reggie does not approve. Not tonight.
To probably increase the volume. I'm gonna increase the volume.
Hey, they got live music like Microsoft and Ori. Okay. Well, hopefully that's not going to be a Assassin's Creed Origin, because I've already seen enough of that game.
We'll see. They did it like last year with the orchestra. So,
Or it could be God of War also.
well, this is not as exciting as the orchestra last year, honestly.
Or the paid dancers that Microsoft had like 2 years ago. Too much water.
Yeah, I'm already getting pumped.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm watching the Jewel of the Nile movie. Okay. So what game is it? Tell me what game it's gonna be.
God of War, but this shit is taking too long. So God of War. Yeah, I think it's God of War with all those symbols in the back falling in. Would they open with God of War 2 years in a row?
They'll open 7 years in a row if they could.
The trident, the bow and arrow, the axe,
I think this is Uncharted, dude.
the great battle in which
The
Ganesh
new Uncharted game that's
lost
coming
his
this fall.
task. We find these symbols. We
Yep.
find the task.
Uncharted.
Uncharted,
supposed to
the
happen?
expansion, which we're just gonna make into a full game so we can get more money.
Is that really bad, dude? Really? You're complaining because they're making it a full game? Really, shut up on the whole conference. Don't ruin this shit for me, okay?
I don't like it.
You don't like anything.
Oh, thank you. I'm slipping.
You know that treasure hunting is not at the risk of us, right?
Okay, Uncharted, the Ghostbusters Remake Edition.
You two, partners.
And hello, gorgeous.
I'm telling you, those Naughty Dog motherfuckers.
What a
They're-
pleasant surprise.
They're fucking awesome. I don't know how they quickly turned this many games so fast.
Collector of antiquities.
But it's like they themselves build the system itself because they get the most out of it.
To fatten
Oh yeah, I agree.
To
In the
let
time
go.
it took Nintendo to get out Breath of the Wild, Naughty Dog released like 4 games. But just throw that in your face.
You
Yeah, but technically Nintendo had a bunch of other games as well.
What games? 2 years without games? Come on, man. Really? Come on.
We're not talking about the Wii.
You lie to my face. Cards on the table. I need your help. And if you want the tusk, you need mine.
Guess the limpet can't change his spots.
You know nothing about me.
another casualty of war.
Don't.
Like that. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Okay, so they did not open with God of War again. Okay, going straight to another game?
Yep. This is how you
Okay.
do shit. Oh. Wait. Gorilla.
Expansion for Horizon?
Few dare trespass
Yes.
here.
Yes. I'm loving Horizon. I'm playing this shit right now, and it's awesome.
Those that do seek the glory of the hunt. To challenge themselves
Could they do a Naughty Dog and turn it into a full game?
like no other.
Could they get $60 more out of people?
If it's a full game, who gives a fuck?
I'm not here for glory.
Okay.
I'm here for the mountain. For answers.
Then you must face the beast that guards it.
Yeah, this was like an expansion. I don't think it's gonna be on its own game. Dude, you should play that game. Trust me.
I will. I was gonna wait within the next month or so. The Frozen Wilds and 2017, so this year.
That's an expansion. That's not a full game. They said it was an expansion. Anyway.
And nobody has walked onto the stage yet. I'll give props to Sony. They're showing game after
Oh,
game
Ben
after
Studio.
game.
Fuck, yes. They're gonna show Days Gone.
Inside. What happened? Got hit again. Squatters off the highway. We've got to get some men together, go after them.
Don't look at me, it ain't my problem.
They've got Manny.
And this is one of my top 5 games of the conference.
Manny on a squad.
What are you saying? Last year?
No, this year.
I just run the camp.
That for me, this is one of my top 5 games. Huh, they're showing gameplay. I still say they have to make a Star Wars TV show and bring him over again as Star Killer.
this?
Damn, that guy sucks playing. Come on.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah, they're really trying to be like The Last of Us. But still, I have to say, even though I want to play this game, the graphics is, of course, not on par with The Last of Us. But, I mean, this is an open world game, so...
Right. I'm not complaining about the graphics.
This way.
Looks... So I'm guessing he's tracking.
They're dropping dead people on the stage. Okay, that's how you sell the game?
May have gone a little overboard.
Just a little.
You got a cigarette? Why do you have? You always have a bad.
Come on, do like Snake. Grab the body, hide it. No, yeah, he's not doing it.
Just don't talk.
Yes, better if we just don't.
Yo, where are you at?
Okay, how is he planning on using that?
Give him a chance. This reminds me a little bit of your stealth sections for Horizon. Oh.
Oh, shh. There's something out there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Easy, fellas. There he is. Still alive. How the hell am I?
Okay, so is he planning on bringing the entire horde back?
Yep. Holy shit.
Dinner time.
Holy shit.
Drop him! Now! Or I'll kill him!
Do it. I'm not here for him. I'm here for you. Ah, God. Take. Hi, Manny. Hey. So, do it.
wasn't gonna let him kill you. Besides, who the hell else around here knows how to rebuild a carburetor?
They're gonna do like Metro.
Nice and slow. Don't make us.
Okay. Okay. I'll give that one to Sony. That looked really good. That was a good trailer.
Please welcome to the stage Sean Layden.
Oh, finally someone's gonna talk. There you go for 2 seconds.
Welcome. Welcome. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so if that's how they plan on starting,
This is
let's see what they have after.
2017 PlayStation Showcase. Thank you for coming tonight. Naughty Dog Gorilla Ben, out of control. I thought this opening was completely insane, and because I had to walk under zombies to get on the stage just now. They didn't even tell me about that last night. We're glad to be here. We're delighted to be here. We have a full show ahead of us, so let's just agree
no
that
tie?
we love games, and we want to see more of them tonight. It's all about the games. Every year, we continue to push the envelope of storytelling, imagination, and technology.
I don't hear cheering.
And 2016 was no exception. Virtual reality is now a real consumer product, and our consoles are more powerful than ever, offering 4K and HDR options. We'll take it home for that. With the launches of PlayStation VR and PS4 Pro,
But he didn't really say the most
PlayStation
powerful,
once
the
again
most
stood at the
powerful.
forefront
That
of bringing these technologies
fake
to the world of
4K.
interactive entertainment. And now, in 2017, it continues to be all about the games. In the past few months alone, have given us some of the most creative, high-quality, and engaging video games ever seen. Horizon Zero Dawn,
That's true.
Neo,
Horizon is great, dude. You have to play it.
Resident Evil 7, MLB The Show, Persona 5. And yet, we have an even broader,
Nier
diverse
Automata.
selection
Yeah, he forgot about that
of
one.
blockbuster games coming soon. You will see. That's the plan, right? You will see tonight that Worldwide Studios is bringing you the exclusives you want, and through our strategic partnerships with third-party partners, PlayStation is home to all the biggest and best franchises in the world. It has never been a better time to be a gamer.
Yeah.
Thank you all our fans, all
And
of
you'll
you
get them in
for
5
your
years.
support and for making PlayStation one of the most
Like
loved
Breath of the Wild.
brands in the world.
Like the last 3D Mario game. Took only 10 years, but yeah, that's fine.
And thank you all for being here tonight. As we open E3 and celebrate the world of games, this week is our web portal. We have a web portal this week. Live.playstation.com will serve as the home for hours of programming, including developer walkthroughs, Q&A sessions, in-depth conversations, and so much more. But tonight, let's recognize the art of gameplay.
And
with a showcase
but don't
of
do
the
it right
most
now, please.
anticipated titles here at E3. So, without further ado, let's get back to the games.
Thank you.
Before
He
I
said the
step
most
off,
anticipated titles.
It's my personal pleasure.
So
and
are they?
privilege
Is it going to be a
share with
Nintendo
you now
reel?
a title that has a rabid cult following around
Really?
the world and has a very
Really?
special place in my heart. Please enjoy.
God of War.
Let's see this one. Oh, is this Monster Hunter Worlds?
Yep.
Oh, shit, Caleones. Are you crying right now?
Why? Because they're getting the ugly stepsister.
Really?
Well, if they,
The ugly stepsister? Really? Are you comparing that to XX? How it looks?
I'll complain about this one if they announce it as a Monster Hunter 5. If they announce it at Monster Hunter World, then I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, but I guess the question is gonna be, are Sony fans gonna buy it?
Come on, dude. Don't give me that shit. You know, Sony fans buy a Japanese type of game, so no, don't say that. If you were talking about Xbox, okay, then I understand if you say that. But we kept RPGs alive for the last couple of years. What interesting if they can do, because what I don't like about Monster Hunter, right, is that it's almost like little hubs. So if this is an open world that you don't have to have those screens, I think that'll be a good game. Graphics look good, dude. You have to admit it. I mean, compared to XX, if you think of XX is more of a port from a 3DS game, and this is built from the ground up. So
yeah, I mean, XX is gonna be limited on how it looks. It was always gonna be like that. So that's why you will have to compare it to what it would look like from a Nintendo Switch Monster Hunter from the ground up, made for the system. But yeah, I mean, it does look good. I just wanted to see the multiplayer aspect of it. And I'm pretty sure there is. Okay, so he's calling for help.
yeah, well, yep.
No.
Now the question is this an exclusive or just a multiplayer?
Well,
We'll have to wait and see.
the rumors were that they're okay if it's on the Xbox,
early 2018.
but not on the Switch.
I don't think so, dude. Come on.
I mean, it was the same rumors that said this game existed, so there could be some truth to it.
Come on. Sony's not scared of
And
Nintendo.
hardly anybody clapping. Nobody cheering. No taking bows or anything. Is that how the game's gonna sell on the PlayStation?
He's gonna sell fine, Caleones, and you know it. Oh,
Okay.
Blue Point Games. Wait. Blue Point is the one who does great remakes. Like they did the Uncharted collection. Oh, fuck! Shadows of the Colossus. I think this is the full remake, dude.
Are you gonna play it again?
Fuck yeah. Look how he looks, dude. Fuck yeah. I mean, I played it on the PlayStation 2. Look at this, dude. This looks awesome.
Well, I mean, I'll say this: if there's ever a game out there that does deserve the full remaster treatment, is this one?
Dude, that is not a remaster. That's a remake.
Well, remake, not
Yeah.
remaster. Yeah.
Remaster is just an upgrade. Coming 2018 too. Fuck. Monster Hunter 2018.
But don't get excited because this is what you do every E3,
2018.
and then they get pushed back like 3-4
Fuck
years.
you, Caleones. Fuck you, Caleones. Okay.
I forgot we're gonna be.
At
I
least
forgot
this
we're
is
gonna be
already-
playing. Yeah.
this is already more hype than the fucking Microsoft. Oh, wait! Is that Devil May Cry? Oh, no, that's shit. That's just Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't give a fuck.
Doctor, get us out of here!
Ultron Sigma has 2 of the Infinite 6.
Gamora, we have Thanos. He raised you as his own. Convince him.
Have you come to beg for my help?
You have no choice. Help us.
Release me, and I will give you what you want.
Give us cause to trust you. Help us to find the Infinity Stones.
Very well. The Stone of Power lies at the heart of no room.
Bear witness to the death of your world.
Zero? His core routines have been rewritten by the Grandmaster. Nova, Major, get to the core.
The Time Stone has concealed itself.
Hey, thank you to the 2 new subscribers out there. Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully you have fun with us today.
And if you don't, please still tell us in the comments and just specify if it was because of me or him.
Diseased realities, united to form a single perfect universe. Will you not bow before your god?
You are no god.
You'll have your diversion. Make it count.
Oh.
No, wait!
September 19th.
Ninjas.
Story demo download today. That got much more shares than Monster Hunter. I admit that.
So are you going to be running over to your PlayStation to download it?
No.
Ivory, care to dance?
Oh, Ivory and Ivory. Ivory.
You know what that is, right? You remember, right? You better remember. Devil May Cry, my friend.
I mean, that's Dante. Your son's name is a mixture of him and
Count of Monte Cristo.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Man, I thought I'd seen everything. We're in a whole new world.
My son's middle name is actually based on a PlayStation character. Sergio Nathan for Nathan Drake.
Good name. What's this?
Yeah, I was gonna put Luigi, but Luigi was already taken by EA's CEO son.
This is the new Call of Duty game, dude.
And I believe it's gonna be a good game. I had a lot of fun with World at War, and I'm glad that they're going back over to the same setting.
I mean, I understand it's Call of Duty, so they have the marketing rights. They have to promote it. I said it that it was going to be this and Destiny at least in this conference. So,
and this is a guaranteed like 15 to 20 million, copy seller. So it has to be here.
Look, I don't like Call of Duty, but the graphics look really good. We have to give it credit.
Airborne division. Yeah, I just want to throw out there for those that say that they're copying, like EA and Battlefield. They have 3 different developers making Call of Duty games, and they're usually 3 years out. So this game, they already started it like 2.5 years ago, so way before they saw anything like Battlefield 1.
I mean, Call of Duty has always had good trailers. I mean, they always present well in conferences. Hopefully they won't have like the long gameplay demo when the person is just talking as they play the game. I think this is good. Just show the gameplay, show the trailer, and you're done and you're out.
Okay, November 3rd. And for the love of God, do not release any other game on November 3rd, or else it's gonna get lost in the shuffle.
That's why I'm so scared about God of War being supposedly released in November. Oh, here we go. The VR segment of the conference. This is what they're gonna sell you. They're gonna sell you the 2 VR games that they have.
It's gonna be like 30 seconds long, so don't worry about it.
Hey, joking aside, I have the VR and it's a great experience, right? So hopefully they have some good games to show to demonstrate the power of the VR.
I mean, Ready Player One, the movie, is coming out next year, and I haven't seen anything anywhere that connects the movie to a game. So hopefully they're gonna have something like it.
Is this like a Skyrim type of game in VR?
Well, not necessarily Skyrim, but some sort of Elder Scrolls.
The question that I would have is, I play VR in long sections, and sometimes you get DC. So I don't know, this type of big games, how well it will play on VR, right? That's my concern. Like Skyrim VR. I mean, that's a big title for VR, but I believe that's a multiplayer.
Okay, Skyrim VR.
Yeah, that's not an exclusive.
But looking at it, the Nintendo Switch version did look better. I'll stop on that one. Okay, so playful.
Yeah, it did look better. I mean, I'm excited about Link in the Switch version, but at the same time, it's a VR game, Caleones. So it's all about immersion, right? If the game gets you immersed in that big world, I mean, it could be a big hit. But I think it's a multiplat, I believe, because I think that's coming to Oculus too. Right?
Yeah, but the problem with VR is that it still hasn't had that one killer game to make people interested in VR. And not Microsoft, I mean, not PC, not Sony, nobody has really that one killer game. And once they do, that's when it's going to take off. So, I mean, until then, I believe for me, one of the best VR options is going to be a Nintendo Switch VR, and just have the Virtual Boy. I'm not talking about the high-end games. I'm talking about the Virtual Boy games, like those type of games, type of experiences. Because one of the things that is keeping VR from mainstream is all the cables, all the wires, everything that's connected, and that's something that they got to get rid of before it actually does take off. I believe Microsoft is working on something which is going to be VR without the wires, and that's where Sony needs to try to head as well. Then again, you're gonna have the issues of people walking and slamming themselves into walls because they're not connected. But
Star Child. I don't know. That's just a new game. I don't know if that's an exclusive or it's also.
Star Child.
Yep.
Okay. So a little love for the indie games.
I think that was the 2 VR games that they're gonna show in the whole conference. Wait, that's the same people who made Transistor? No, I'm confusing people.
Or is it going to be another acid trip, like the one from Bethesda?
I got confused. Super Giant Games made Transistor, Supermassive. What game did they?
You understand? I want what's best for you.
Until Dawn.
Oh, right. Until Dawn. That's it. That was a great game.
So The Impatient. So that's.
Welcome to join me.
And that's a PlayStation VR game too.
Have you heard about that one before?
No.
Or is it no?
That's new. The question is, I don't know if it's an exclusive or not, but.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Final Fantasy 15 VR.
Hey, you get to join the party and shoot a gun.
That's gonna be a cheaty game. I'm sorry. That's. Hopefully they don't have trophies, so they can keep damaging my 100% in Final Fantasy 15 with all the DLC.
Well, I mean, you had no problems getting trophies for what was the game? The one where you use the PS Move, Sports Champions. So I mean, as far as I heard, you had pretty good fun on that one. Okay, so September 2017 is going to be the expansion for Final Fantasy 15. And another Supermassive game. Okay, the day I'm gonna lose it is when I finally see Sony make another of Stipper Entertainment's greatest game. And it's SOCOM, the one that I would love for it to come back, and we're not gonna see that one.
That game doesn't look bad, Caleones. Imagine playing that in VR. Under fire, Bravo team. Question is, are they exclusive or no? Bravo team. That supermassive game has 2. Wow.
Well, the only thing we're not seeing here is the whole console launch exclusive.
No, they
like,
didn't even they didn't even show it for Uncharted. They were like, "Fuck it, we're not gonna give you bullshit like Microsoft. Here's the games. If you wanna buy it with us, just buy it with us. That's it."
Hey, are we getting the Wonder Book?
You wish. Well, I have to give credit to Sony. They're showing more VR games than I expected. I mean, too much for my taste, but I should have been complaining. I have a VR headset.
Well, and I'll say they're more interesting type VR games. So they're, at least they're trying. Hopefully one of those is going to hit it big, because VR for me is the next big step on when it comes to video gaming. I'll say that and the portability of the Switch are the 2 biggest things.
It looks like a puzzle game with the mouse, right?
Yeah, and so far that's how you're gonna have to do those type of games. It's gonna be hard moving around and then waving your arms. So that's the turnaround. I mean, they're doing the same thing with Doom VR, and doing the same thing with Fallout VR as well.
Yeah, trust me, it gets DC. I get DC when I have to move around a lot in VR. Okay, that's enough VR, my friends. Come on.
Well, already dizzy. Okay. And they're gonna announce the PS5.
No, they won't. They don't need to.
If they at least don't make a mention about, oh, in next year we're looking to start doing something, or we're already in the works, or like throwing a bone when it comes to the PS5, or even a new PS portable, I'll be surprised.
PlayStation 5, if it comes out, it'll be like 2020. That's my bet.
And do you see another PlayStation portable?
Nope. Here we go. This is God of War, I think.
I'm already tired of saying God of War before every trailer, so let's see.
No, I haven't said it. This is the first time I'm saying it. Woo!
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it?
Kratos.
You said I was cursed. You think I'm weak because I'm not like you.
You do not know everything, boy.
No. But at least I know the truth now.
The truth.
Hang on, boy!
Okay!
The truth.
Long way from home, aren't you? And here I thought your kind was supposed to be so enlightened, so much better than us.
The gods of these realms don't take kindly to outsiders, trust me. When they find you, and they will, they'll make things difficult.
Wait here. I will handle this.
Oh. That was nice. Come on, Caleones, you have to give credit. This game looks awesome.
Well, I mean, I've only seen like a couple of minutes of it, but I mean, so far so good. I mean, it's just such a big departure from the other God of War games. So, but I'm confident with the big budget that it has. They're putting all the effort into making it a great
Wow,
game.
that was something that fight.
And of course, like every new Sony game, you have to have a climbing mechanic.
Yeah. The only issue is, I mean, hopefully, it's not going to be a hindrance having the kid with you at all times. So, I mean, hopefully that's going to be a good game mechanic of having both of them together.
The road ahead is long and unforgiving. No place for a boy. You must be a warrior.
But not everyone is bad. Mother always said to be open to those who can help.
Who you were before doesn't matter. This boy is not your past, he is your son. And he needs his father.
Here we go, the big boss battle for sure. Holy shit, I told you so.
I mean, what kind of parent are you that you take your kid to dangerous places?
The best parent of all time. Holy shit. Hell yeah.
And it has a beard.
What is it saying?
He wants to help us!
Yeah. Who disturbs my slumber? No. And it should say, finally coming out.
Early 2018. Fuck yeah! Another prediction. Woo! Oh, Caleones, you're 2-0. Woo!
Oh, you mean you're 2-0?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I just got too excited. Fuck yeah. Sony knows don't put their games on the fall because they get buried. Smart move,
Yeah, but
Sony.
but make sure you tell the viewers why you're celebrating.
We had a prediction show, and I said that God of War would get a release date, and it would be first quarter of 2018. So, and I'm 2-0 because I also hit the price point of the Xbox. Oh, this is Detroit Becomes Human, Caleones. This could possibly get also a release date. So all that waiting is paying off for us Sony fans.
Just a little while longer.
And this reminds me that we need a big budget RoboCop game.
That's true. This one I'm excited, but in the middle. And let me explain, guys. It's because Heavy Rain was awesome, right? But Beyond Two Souls was meh. So I'm interesting to see how this game pans out.
There are 5 CyberLife stores across Detroit. We're going to attack those
And
set our people free.
yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Toys and More Club, to Dantes the Gamer, that they've already joined us on the chat. Lumpy Couch TV, yeah, hello over there. So yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, and just keep posting messages, and we'll try to answer them.
You're awake now.
Marcus, watch out.
You are committing a Class 3 offense. This infraction is being reported to the police.
Shit.
We gotta go.
What? We can't just leave our people behind.
It's too late. If we stay here, we're gonna get shot.
If the story's tight and it's not a mess like Beyond Two Souls, this game could be good, Caleones. Could be a sleeper hit. And they should learn a lot from Supermassive Games. That's funny. From Until Dawn, right? Because Until Dawn was really good, and it outdid what Heavy Rain did in the past game. Like what? So. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, but Heavy Rain was a great review game. Overall, it received 9s from pretty much every outlet. Only thing about it is, because it was such a story-driven game, it was short. I believe it took what, like 8-9 hours to complete the entire game.
It depends. I mean, if you go back, you get way more of it because there's so many endings, there's so many possibilities, and this game is gonna be like that. So you're gonna have to go back and play the games and get all the possible, outcomes. And again, for me as a trophy hunter, you have to do that if you want the plat. So.
My name is Marcus.
But this one already does seem a bit more like action oriented.
But then I chose to open my eyes. To take back my freedom and decide who I wanted to be. Now I have come to tell you that you can be your own masters. We're with you!
The Robot Rebellion.
I'll follow you, Marcus.
Hell yeah! Let's kill those humans!
Then follow me.
We interrupt this broadcast with breaking news. Police report that pro-android graffiti was found in the neighborhoods of CyberLife stores.
Given the facts, it's pretty clear these attacks are linked to the deviant video message broadcast recently from the Stratford
Well,
Tower.
I'll give him this. Those games that they've been showing lately for the PS4, they look like visual powerhouses.
To clarify, you must have gameplay, right, Caleones? The game can look great, but if it doesn't have gameplay, it doesn't matter. So I know God of War is gonna deliver. I know Days Gone is gonna deliver. I know Uncharted Lost Legacy is gonna deliver. This one is the one that I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see. And of course, you know that Shadow of the Colossus is gonna deliver.
Well, that one, the only thing you needed to show was the name, and that was it. That was enough for it.
No, it looked good, dude. I have to give credit. That remake looks good.
But the only thing is, PlayStation 4 owners could have already been playing the other, Shadow of Colossus game. But because of not, backwards compatibility and being forced,
it's not the same a remake against a shitty ass PlayStation 2 old game. What I mean, visually, it's not the same. Come on.
North. All right, what happened?
They slaughtered them like animals.
Who did?
One more new subscriber. Thank you guys for subscribing. Really appreciate it. See, that's how many outcomes supposedly this game is gonna have. So you're gonna have to replay this game up the ass, Caleones.
So, are you going to place it on your 2018 back catalog?
Oh, this game possibly could take 2020 to get all the outcomes, right?
This is our story.
Hello, Marcus.
David Cage, new joint.
Looks good. Looks
but no
really
release
good.
date. Okay, that means that it's still gonna be a little bit longer. Fuck. I mean, you have to give credit, Caleones. This has been game after game. Not a lot of talking. Oh, here we go. Destiny 2.
Okay, and the obligatory Destiny 2 presentation. Even though I did enjoy the reveal by Bungie at their, on conference almost a month ago. I guess that's how much interest you have on the game of Destiny.
Hey, I'm not a Destiny gamer. That's it. You know. It's all good. I know a lot of people looking forward to this game. New legends will rise.
Oh, I'll say the next one.
Is mine.
Oh. Hey. So they're keeping that one away from Call of Duty, and they're showing the exclusive content.
Yep. Which is what Microsoft is gonna have with Anthem anyway. So.
Yeah, but Anthem doesn't come out until possibly fall 2018.
Yeah, there was clapping for Destiny.
Please welcome back to the stage, Sean Layden.
Hey, more talking.
Hello, Sean.
Oh, it's almost been an hour.
Yeah, it's we're going on 50 minutes right now.
That was quite the roller coaster ride for the last 60 minutes. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. The future is here and it is now with PlayStation 4 Pro and PSVR. We could not be more excited than to kick off E3 2017, celebrating the content and the creators who make PlayStation the best place to play for gamers. Now, let me leave you with a true PlayStation exclusive, a true exclusive from PlayStation, from one of the industry's most respected developers.
A true exclusive?
Thank you again for coming tonight. A shout out
Which
to
one is
my
it?
courageous friend Ronil Mehta for struggling on through. And now, everyone, please enjoy the ride.
They're saying a true PlayStation exclusive. That was a dig. But
Knack 2.
Knack 2. Yeah.
Knack 2.
Oh, this is Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
they're
the one.
gonna end the show in an hour? Wow.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty good time just to have game after game, no talking, just straight up gameplay. So that's good. For this one, I'll stay quiet.
Yuri, I'm here.
What do you see?
Find the rest. Boss wants them dead.
Looks like the demons are moving in on Fisk's territory.
You got this?
I got this.
Damn it, I gotta buy a PlayStation now.
You don't have a PlayStation 4?
No. I decided to sell it when I got stuck playing Final Fantasy 14, and I played literally 3,000 hours in 7-8 months. It was unhealthy.
You don't need to kill us too. Fisk's territory is ours now.
Not today.
Spider-Man! Tell the boss is here!
It's almost like a little bit of Batman Arkham Knight there, how you do the combos and flow between fight against guy.
Yeah, but I like how his different positioning when he lands, when he jumps. I mean, it is true to how Spider-Man is, and how Todd McFarlane originally designed it to be his expression. So
Nice jumpsuit. Slimming.
Stay out of my business.
Wait, the demons. Who's their leader?
Keep my men alive and maybe I'll tell you.
Saving bad guys from other bad guys. Not how I thought today would go.
I thought he was gonna kill him.
he was gonna throw him down the cliff.
Hey, big guy. Is that a Higgs field? That's actually really cool. Fisk, your men are safe. Your turn. Who runs the demons?
You're about to find out. Check the roof.
He's here?
Oh, that was cool.
Oh, come on. No! Let's go. Did that just happen? Yeah.
So I'm guessing quick time events.
It's complicated. Turns out Martin Lee is running the demons.
The guy who runs the homeless shelter?
Like I said, complicated. Sit tight, Yuri. I got this.
At least the web is sticking to the building.
That helicopter is destroying the city.
I know.
You need to bring it down.
I know.
Maybe you could superhero a little faster?
Working on it, Yuri. Too close. Okay, Lee, here I come. Hi, is this the flight to Newark? Why are you doing this?
Because no one else will!
Lee, this is crazy! This isn't you!
You don't know me!
Need a plan. Need a plan real fast. Guess this is the plan. Come on, Pete. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. Please don't screw this up.
Dude, come on. That looked great.
Mr. Lee?
Okay, I'll say this. Game of the show.
Wait, it's not over. Oh, 2018.
Yeah, sometime in 2018. I was hoping they would have it ready for the movie released this year, but yeah, I mean they're doing a great effort into it and putting a lot of love, and it looks like, for me, that's the game of the show on this one.
Well, it looks like the conference has ended. So I know, just in case everybody, whoever's watching, we'll have a post show. We'll discuss what Sony showed and what we thought about the conference, right?
So they're just gonna do a recap of all the games that they announced or the games that they showed.
They show because this year they didn't have a lot of announcements. And we'll go through that. So.
Well, I'll say one of the best things was that I did not hear anything about PS5 or PS Portable. Yeah, all I know is Twitter is blowing up on here.
What are they saying?
Spider-Man, etc., etc., etc.
Come on, don't
Okay.
end it, Sony. Come on, give me something else.
It's over. Come on, dude, let's go. Miles.
Oh, Miles Morales. Come on.
Oh, that's cool. So just so everybody knows, Miles Morales is half Puerto Rican.
And he's also a Spider-Man in a different universe, but he is. I think it's over. Caleones.
Okay, so everybody's wondering the same thing. Like, is it over, or are they doing like on the Nintendo conference where there's like there's one more thing?
No, it's over. Once it starts talking, it's over. Okay, Caleones.
Okay, so let's get disconnected. Whoop. So what do you think of it?
I'll start since I'm the Sony fanboy, right? And we'll recap. I'll just give you overview.
Well, before we do, just go ahead and do a quick rigmarole.
Oh, thank you, rigmarole, of course. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us today, right here at the Force in Unison Gaming channel, where you can get all the latest news for gaming. Of course, we also have a Nintendo podcast that you can also watch right here at the Force in Unison Gaming channel, which is called the Get In and Get Out Nintendo Podcast, which you can also download at SoundCloud. Also, you can join us at the Facebook page, which is at Forcing Unison Gaming, where you can get fun little news like the glitch of the week. Also, give some love to my boy Caleones and go to shigerosnews.com for all the latest Nintendo news. With that all said, let's start this recap. What do you think? Well, one last thing, of course, I forgot about it. It's kind of different from the Nintendo podcast. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment so you can make these two crazy motherfuckers happy. Anyway, now I'm done with the rigmarole. Let's start the recap, Caleones. I'll give you a high level. You can give me a high level, and then we can go more in depth. I took notes from the conference, so we can go more in depth, each one by one. I'll say this. It wasn't a bad show, but it wasn't like, fuck, Sony killed it out of the park, home run. I think all the conferences have been a little bit underwhelming. To me, more so EA, then Microsoft, then Bethesda, then Ubisoft, and then Sony. I still feel Sony has had the best conference as all of them, but that means it's because the other ones were not that great. That is the truth. And the reason I say this is because, and you say it, Caleones, Sony does a good job for hyping games in the future. It seems like this one, Sony took the approach of, wait, we're not going to give you a game from 5 years of now. We're going to show you what's coming in the next 2 years. And then a lot of the games that they show were games that were already announced. So there wasn't a big surprise like we have had in the last 3 conferences from Sony that you go, oh, shit, oh, my God. You know, I didn't have that. Like PSX this December, I had that when they announced The Last of Us, which is another ding that I'm going to give Sony, right? Because I was expecting to see at least some gameplay of The Last of Us. So that was a bit of a letdown for me. But again, I understand they showed it at PSX, and they need to leave some good games for PSX, because we have to remember Sony has their own conference in December and their own trade show, right? So they have to save some games for that. So I understand. But still, as a Sony fan, the last 2 years has been so great on the conferences. They killed it, and I've had at least a couple of crying moments. This one, the only one that I marked out was Shadow of the Colossus, the remake. That looked really good, admittedly, and that was kind of the only surprise. But we'll go to it. I think that's high level for me, how I felt. Caleones, I don't know if you want to give your thoughts.
Well, I mean, interestingly, 2 of the missing games from the conference were Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts 3. Understandably, there seems to have been some problems during the development of it, and they have been pushed back as far as like 3 years. So we're probably not going to see anything from those games this year or possibly next, except for maybe like a trailer here and there, like they did for Kingdom Hearts 3. As far as the games shown, they did show better games when it comes to, when it came to the PSVR. I was more impressed with the showings that they had. Nothing like that would make me jump out of jump out of the seat and be excited about, or something that is going to be a must buy for people when it comes to the PSVR. But it was better than I expected. As far as the games, I'm not sure if because Spider-Man was the last one that they showed, but for me that was the game of the show. That was to me, the most impressive game out of all of them. They finally did show gameplay. They finally showed how you, well, actually not. They didn't show any web slinging. They showed how you can shoot the web and transport, but not any swinging per se. So that's something
They did show. I mean, they kind of show it. I know it was in a chase, but I think they show. That's how it's gonna look like. That's my expectation, because again, all the web swinging, it was attaching to the building, which is good. But anyway, yeah, I'm with you. Just give me high level thoughts on, were you impressed? How you put it, middle of the road? Do you feel that Sony has had the best conference out of everyone at this point? We still have Nintendo tomorrow, so.
Well, at this point, I'm still gonna say it's kind of a toss up in between Sony and Bethesda. They did have a really good showing. Well, I mean today at midnight, like earlier this morning. But Sony, they didn't really show anything that we hadn't really seen before, except for, I mean, the biggest announcements were the Monster Hunter World. But because of certain leaks and rumors, it was kind of the surprise was ruined a little. That's something that I'm interested to see, because you know how there's this big animosity in between Sony and Nintendo when it comes to Monster Hunter and which one is going to have it, and and all that. I mean, trust me, if you're a regular gaffer over at NeoGaf, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. But um, it was interestingly, it wasn't Monster Hunter 5. It was Monster Hunter World. I was a little disappointed that they didn't really show any multiplayer aspect to it. By seeing your like your party and seeing other people playing alongside you. But I mean, it's still pretty big. It's a big game for Sony. It helps them in Japan, and hopefully, it's going to help Capcom as well grow their brand in Europe and in North America. Um, Days Gone. That's the one that I was mostly looking forward to.
So
And
let's do
one.
this, Caleones. I'm gonna go game by game and let's give our impressions of the game as we go through it. Right? So, what I wanted to hear was where would you rank between all the conferences that we've seen as of now, the Sony conference, right? And I know you're gonna give the number one place to Nintendo when you see them tomorrow, and they could have a great conference. And I'll give it. This is a chance. Admittedly, to me, Sony has won the last two E3. This is the chance for Nintendo to really, win E3. It would be the first time in a long ass time where Nintendo would win E3, honestly. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm really interested to see Nintendo tomorrow. But let's go game by game, okay? I have them all written down here what they show. So Sony started the conference with Uncharted Lost Legacy. Looks great. I'm looking forward to it. I'm buying it day one.
But
Uncharted
something
4
that we
was-
already knew.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I know,
Yeah.
I know. But we'll go one by one. And they did show an extensive trailer at PSX in December. So it was kind of like, why are they showing it again? But I understand they're trying to sell it because it's coming soon. I think it's September, right? So it's around the corner, and I think that's their biggest, honestly, the biggest exclusive for the fall, right? In a way, they stayed away from that, and that's what I'm concerned about. Now I'm changing a little bit of Xenoblade Chronicles. There are rumors now going around that it's coming in November, and I'm like, no, Nintendo, please don't. That game needs to breathe. Like you said about Horizon Zero Dawn, you need to put that game where everybody is far away. But anyway, but I think Sony, again, they got the strategy. They know, they say, look, everybody's going to fight it out. And that's where it happens. Crackdown is going to suffer because of this, because there's so many games coming around that time. Mm-hmm. So that's a mistake by Microsoft. It's like Microsoft does not learn because all their exclusives have suffered from being released in fall. But anyway, we'll go from there. But looks great. Uncharted Lost Legacy, I'm on board. Horizon, the Frozen Wild expansion. It's an expansion pack. Looks great. I'm loving Horizon right now. I'm 45 hours in. I get a chance to play more Horizon Zero Dawn. And I saw Aloy on that trailer. So, I mean, I'm in, dude. I'm in, and I'm hopeful that Nintendo does the same thing for Zelda Breath of the Wild during their presentation tomorrow. They show kind of like their expansion pack, right? Then, any thoughts on that one, Caleones, before I move to the next one? Or you haven't played the game, so I know you're not excited.
No, I mean,
about
I haven't played the game, and I'm planning to within the next month or so. So I'm gonna jump on that one. But yeah, I mean, if I wait until the expansion comes out, then I might as well just play all of it together. So it depends on when it's gonna be coming out.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
Yeah.
If I would have known, I would have done the same thing because it's hard for me to come back to a game once I switch over to another game. So, next game that they show was Days Gone. Looks great, dude. I'm on board too. I mean, I know people are tired about zombies. I'm tired about zombies too. But if it's done right and you have a good story and good gameplay, this could be a fun game. Maybe not perfect. I don't think the game looked polished. There were some things in animation that I was like, like maybe I was comparing to the Naughty Gods, right? And that's hard once you get to that echelon of developers. But it looks great. I'm hoping the Sony's Bend game sells well because I think they're next on the shopping block if this game doesn't sell. And I don't want to lose Sony Bend as a studio for Sony. They do produce good games. But I know the last game was Uncharted, the beta version, which was a good game, to clarify. It's just it's been a while since we have a Sony Bend game. Any thoughts on Days Gone, Caleones?
I mean, I've been saying it. Days Gone for me is one of my top 5 games that I was looking forward to seeing over at E3. I think more so on this one than on any other one. It's the survival aspect of it. You have so many zombies. You have those hordes. They're not walking and at 1-2 miles per hour. They're actually running, rushing. So you really have to plan on how you're going to tackle them, what you're going to do, and how we saw on on the gameplay trailer, the different strategies that you have for either evading and escaping, but also using them as as a weapon to solve certain like obstacles. So I I really like the game. I like the main actor. I like the feel of it, and it's one that I'm probably gonna jump or will be one of my first games to get to for the system once I get the PS4 again.
Okay, that's good. It's like it looks great. It looks great. Next one, a surprise. I know you mentioned that there was rumors going around. For me, it was a surprise. I know you mentioned it to me, but I was like, yeah, but whatever. I didn't expect it because Monster Hunter right now is tied up to Nintendo, so it was weird seeing this game coming up. But the next one was Monster Hunter Worlds 2018 supposedly. I don't know if it's an exclusive or not.
Well, early 2018, so
early
not too far away.
2018. So it doesn't say if it's an exclusive. That's the point. I don't know if it's an exclusive, but looks great. Looks better than Monster Hunter XX. You have to admit it. But again, that is a port. But to your point, you want to compare it to Monster Hunter 5 if it's built from the ground up to the Switch. But also, this is kind of, Sony knows that Nintendo is coming for them in Japan. They're losing ground in Japan. I don't think Sony can hold Nintendo in Japan. They're gonna lose that region, which is fine because Sony has the rest of the world basically. But
Okay.
Monster Hunter Worlds could help them in the Japanese market. We'll see.
Well, as far as Monster Hunter Worlds, it is actually not a Sony exclusive. It's going to be available on Xbox One on the same day as Sony, and it will be available on PC later on as well. So,
So, yeah.
but yeah, like I said from the rumors, it's like one of those where Sony didn't want the game to be on the Switch. But I don't know how if those rumors are real or not.
I don't agree
All I
with
know
that.
is
I don't
that
believe
it's
that
not.
shit. I don't
Yeah,
believe
it's
that
not.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
don't
still
believe.
expecting Monster Hunter 5 once it's announced. That's going to be for the Switch. But hey, I mean the Monster Hunter World game. It looks like it's going to be a bigger game. It doesn't really have the loading areas where you go from section to section. So it's going to be an open world type game, and that's those games are the ones that in Europe and the West, the ones that they like the most. So hopefully it's going to bring a big audience, and they're going to continue having those. And there's other Monster Hunter games as well. There's the online. There's the ones that are exclusive to China. So it's not Monster Hunter is not really exclusive to Nintendo. It's available on other systems, but I'm glad that it's coming to the other consoles, but also that it's not the mainline Monster Hunter games.
Yep.
Then go
But
ahead and
to,
move over to the other ones, which
to,
is probably
to
your favorite.
Yeah, of course. This is my surprise of the show. But I was gonna say for Monster Hunter,
Mhm.
I mean Sony. I guess they were okay not being an exclusive because it matters in Japan. This game matters in Japan, and the Xbox
Yeah.
is not gonna sell shit in Japan, so they don't give a fuck. But if this game looks like it is, Capcom needs the sales as much as they need. So a multi-platform game makes sense. I had no issues with that. Uh, Next game, to your point, the surprise of the show was Shadow of the Colossus remake. Looks great.
Mhm.
I'm pumped for this one. Look great. I don't know what else to say. I mean, PlayStation 2, this game was a gem in PlayStation 2, but it had a cult following. So we'll see. I'm interested to see how much it sells, right? Because The Last Guardian did not sell, I don't think, to expectations. So, and this is from Team Ico originally. I don't think the remake is from Team Ico, but the footprint or the blood for the game is from Team Ico, right? So I'm interested to see how well this game sells. But it was my surprise of the show. Looks great. I don't know if you want to add to that, Caleones.
Well, I mean, about the Last Guardian, what I believe hurt the game was the delays, which, I mean, it came out what like 4 or 5 years later than it was supposed to. So that's what eventually ended up hurting the game. It still got great reviews, and people still praised it, but it was those delays that really hurt it. When it comes to Shadow of the Colossus, when it came out, in a couple of years after it had come out, it was regarded as being among the greatest games ever created. That's how good the game is,
Yep.
and I'm glad that it's receiving a remake. That's if you haven't enjoyed it, and if you're like one of those type of people that it's hard for you to play the older games because the graphics don't look good, or I mean, that takes away from it. Just make sure that you go ahead and pick up this game once it comes out and play it because it is one of the best experiences that you're gonna have on any game.
And I'm hopeful that they're gonna have new areas and maybe even new Colossus, right? You never know; they may expand on the game even further. So again, this looks great. And it comes in 2018. Again, it seems like Sony's doing the same strategy. I see their first quarter stack, so it's gonna be interesting, that competition with Nintendo, because I think Nintendo is gonna show a lot of games that could be coming first quarter. 2018 also. So it's gonna be a good exclusive competition. You hear that, Xbox? If you want to join in the exclusive battle, whenever you feel like it, just drop some exclusives. Anyway, going to the next one. Talking about multiplats, I guess. The next game that they showed was Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, whatever. I don't know if you want to speak to it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fighting game fan, so.
Well, I mean, I enjoy comic books and superhero movies and those, but yeah, I mean, I'm not a really big fighting fan. So I mean, glad that it's coming up for certain people, but it's one that we can kind of like gloss over and move over to the next one, even though next one you're probably not gonna be too
So Call of Duty
enthusiastic about.
WW2. I mean, it looks good. Graphics looks great. I'm not a Call of Duty player either. It's okay. A lot of people should be excited. Sony has the marketing rights. Good for them. I knew that they were going to show this in Destiny, so it's all good. I don't know if you want to add anything since you have played Call of Duty.
No, I mean there were no surprises about Call of Duty. We already know that it was going to be shown. We already know what it's all about. We know that with the game you're going to get really good graphics, but also you're going to get the 60 frames per second, and be it on online or the game itself. So it's going to be a solid game experience, and you don't really need to do anything else to promote it. It sells on its own merit. So.
Okay. So let's get to the VR section. This is what is interesting. To your point, Sony showed more VR games than we expected, that I expected for sure,
Yes.
right? They showed Skyrim VR multiplat. Skyrim VR. I'm guessing it's a multiplat. They showed Starchild VR. Sorry about my Spanglish. They showed this one I'm interested in. The Impatient by Supermassive Games. This one could be good. Supermassive has been playing around with the VR a lot, so it'll be interesting. Then they show Monster of the Deep, Final Fantasy 15, whatever. I don't give a shit about this. The only part that's gonna hurt me is that as they keep releasing all these DLC, my trophies percentage keeps going down for Final Fantasy. So I may have to play this shit so I can keep my 100% in trophies. Then they show another Supermassive game, the Bravo Team, PlayStation VR. Again, I don't know if it's an exclusive. Again, it's from Supermassive Game. It could be an exclusive.
Did look good.
And then they show Moss, which maybe it's also another PlayStation VR exclusive game. Anyways, that was the VR section, so it wasn't bad. Anything that excited you from the VR section specifically, Caleones?
Well, I mean, just it seems like they're gonna have solid experiences. Nothing wow about it. There's no. I mean, like I said, VR is the big movement, and I believe it's gonna blow in a positive way soon. But it needs that one killer app, and so far nobody has been able to give that experience. And until they do, it's still gonna be there. It's not gonna go to the casual market like for example the Wii. It gave you the motion controls, and it was something basic, simple, and that could anybody could pick up, play, and understand. And the message was clear. With VR, you're seeing all these games, but there's nothing yet that makes you go and buy it, show it to your family, show it to your friends, and so it's still in that area where still waiting for that killer app. Like I said, next year we have the Ready Player One movie coming out early 2018, and I was expecting that we could have like a movie tie-in game or something, but so far we haven't seen anything. But I'll say like 10 years from now, the the gaming industry is going to be dominated by either VR or like Switch by the portable aspect of console games. So those are going to be the two big things about it. But I'm still waiting on VR to to hit its stride.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I play VR. I have it. I may buy some of these games. I think the Impatient. I'm interested in that game. Bravo Team look interesting too. It could be a fun game, right? Fun shooter. And then Moss, even though it was about a mouse, it could be fun playing around with it and solving puzzles, right? I like puzzle games, so this could be, could be interesting. We'll see what happens. Then the next batch of games that Sony showed was God of War 4, which looks great. I got nothing bad to say about this. Looks awesome. Looking forward to it. I think it's gonna have a great story. Again, I love story-driven games. I'm a single-player guy, so this game is I think it's gonna kill it. First quarter of 2018. I was excited about that because I nailed another prediction. Anyway, anything to add, Caleones, to God of War?
No. I mean, I like that they're taking. I mean, that they're actually changing the formula, taking it from like an action side scrolling in a way, like 2D, 3D type game over to an open world game. So I like that they're going that route. That's the way that you can expand God of War, and that you can even take it further. So I mean, they're taking those chances there, and it seems like they're hitting all the strides. So it looks like a great experience and something that I look forward to playing.
Yep, me too. Next game that they showed is Detroit Become Human. They didn't show release date, so I'm a little bit like, if you were kind of showing more of the games that they were coming sooner than later, this is the first one that didn't show like a release date, or maybe one of them. But you know what I'm saying. If Sony's trying to reduce the, like, to your point, the criticism of the 5-year wait plan, I mean, they did a better job in this conference, right? It's just that then it hurts it because you didn't get the big surprise, game. Like I was expecting, one of my predictions was also the Sucker Punch was gonna announce their new game. They did not. So my assumption is Sony doesn't want to show it so too early because they could. There was Yoshida stated in an interview that he already had played a build of the game from Sucker Punch. So if they haven't showed it, that means that they're gonna wait for it. They're gonna be when it's closer to release, right?
I mean, they already took a PR hit with Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts 3, and they're trying to keep things close to their chest. They're, I mean, not necessarily gonna stop from announcing games that are longer than a year away. Maybe games that they know for a fact that they're gonna be able to release by the end of next year. Yeah, so
next 2 years.
So you're not going to see any
I'm okay.
2019. Yeah, you're not going to see anything saying like 2019 on there. You're going to see 2018, and they want to make sure that those games that they say 2018 will come out in 2018.
And again, they have their own conference in December, so I could see Sony showing the new Sucker Punch game during the PlayStation experience, right? That Xbox does not have that. Nintendo does not have that, so they can keep a couple of announcements like they did with The Last of Us. To me, Last of Us 2 should have been an E3 surprise. But no, they said, let's leave it for PlayStation experience. So Sony now is balancing the amount of conferences that they have. They have more than Nintendo and Microsoft. That is the truth. So Microsoft can shoot their load, that little shitty load that they shoot during the Scorpio presentation all they want. But that's it. I think Microsoft may have Gamescom too. They show some games there, and that's it for Microsoft the rest of the year. But Nintendo at least has small presentations throughout the year, right? So they'll still have some. Nintendo may keep.
They can do the directs at any time.
Yeah, Nintendo may keep some of their announcements to chest too, and not show everything tomorrow. But we'll see. I'm interested to see how they do tomorrow. Anyway, Detroit Become Human. Going back to the game, looks good. I'm all for it. I am excited about it, but Beyond Two Souls was an okay game compared to Heavy Rain. So you have to see the track record of the developer, and then I have to fall in the middle. I have to tame my expectations. You know what I'm saying, Caleones? You have anything to say about Detroit Become Humans?
Not really. I mean, I haven't really played their former games to the full extent. It's something that I might pick up later on. Like I said, I'm kind of limited, to talking about Sony because I don't really own the console. And when I did, I was limiting myself to the Final Fantasy 11, the Final Fantasy 14s, and games that I devoted too much time instead of being able to pick up more titles and play them and experience them. So that's why you're the expert, and that's why you're.
That's okay. I'm not an ultra expert. I know enough. I can defend myself, and I do have 124 plats for PlayStation. But anyway, next one is Destiny 2 multiplat. Destiny 2. Anyway, it's a multiplat. Everybody, hey, a lot of people are pumped for Destiny. It's gonna look good. This one is maybe the one that you won't see a difference between the the Scorpio or the X, against the Pro, because they have their marketing rights. But at the same time, this is where Microsoft, going back, I know I joke with Microsoft, but you have to give them credit too. They have the strongest powerful console. That may bring some players who only play third-party games. And there's some players out there. I always stated this. Look, stop being a fanboy. I always stated this. You buy the console based on your taste in games, right? I play Nintendo and Sony because I like Japanese story-driven games, right? If you're a gamer who only plays third-party games and you want to see the best-looking version of it, go buy the X. Please, go and buy it. And that's what Microsoft is looking for, those type of players, and that's the crowd. If you're a multiplayer game who only play multiplayer type of games, go and play on Microsoft. That is okay. You choose your console of preference based on what type of games you play, right? Anyway, going back to Destiny 2, I think it'll be fine. I think it will sell. It will sell well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and Sony has, Sony has the marketing rights to the game, so it's if it sells better, it's going to be on, on the Sony consoles. Normally, that'll be a game that would probably sell the same on Xbox and Sony, but because of the marketing, that's the other tiebreaker for it. I played the first one up to the first expansion. I didn't really try the other expansions, but there's people they're hardcore Destiny fans, and something I can say about the game is that the gameplay is solid. The gameplay is good. The game is smooth, and but it was lacking in the story department. Something that I heard that they fixed with the additional expansions, but you can't really rely on expansions like that just to have the full stories told to you. And that's something that, even though I love Zelda Breath of the Wild, and for me is probably one of the three greatest games ever. But I did complain about how, in order for you to experience the full storyline, you have to hunt down for the memories, or else you might miss on those like additional story snippets and the extended ending as well. So I'm not a big fan of that. I know it gives you the freedom to do whatever you want, but this the story is still a big part of it, and it's something that's going to keep you attached to the game emotionally, and that is going to resonate more and have it at a higher level than you would normally rank the games. So, but Destiny, it seems like it's improving on the second part when it comes to the story department and bigger scale of fighting, and so it has that going over for it. But yeah, you can go ahead and move on to the next one.
Yeah, no, it's the last game of the show, which is Spider-Man. To your point, it looked great. I think it was the game of the conference for sure. It seems to play great. I'm really interested to play it. I think the battle system felt like a little bit of Arkham Knight, how he moved between thug against thug, fighting. And I don't know, it seems fluid, right? It seems like you were Spider-Man. It felt like you were really Spider-Man during the game. But it seems also, admittedly, graphics look great. Let me not take anything away from the game, but it's an open world game, so it's not ultra. It doesn't show like Anthem, who graphics blew everybody away, right? So I believe the game. I think they're focusing more in gameplay, which is great because I am fucking stoked. It presented well. Sony, to me, Days Gone, God of War, and Spider-Man, it should be enough to sell you the console right there. And they presented well. Those trailers presented well, which was some of the trailers for Microsoft during their conference did not present well. Like Sea of Thieves presented really bad. It was a little bit rough, right? It was a little bit boring.
Yeah, and it's like they didn't show the best parts of the game. Afterwards, I did see a couple of videos that they had, roaming around, and those videos, and the what you were seeing on happening, even though it was gameplay itself, but it was a lot more interesting than what they showed at the conference. They could have made it shorter and just make sure that you have the high impact gameplay. But I don't know.
And that's where Sony knows how to give you a trailer, admittedly, right?
Yeah.
Even a fucking expansion pack trailer looked great for Horizon Zero Dawn. I was like, okay. They put all in that. Like it felt like a new game, right? But anyway, I think that covers everything Sony did. Any last thoughts, Caleones, on the conference? You like it? Thumbs up,
Uh,
thumbs down.
well, I'm glad that we didn't have to sit through a lot of people, talking and like pounding their chest and like pumping their chest, and so they were straight to the point, straight to the games. Showed minimal gameplay on a couple of them, but I liked it that it's not. I saw the EA conference, and that's probably been one of the worst conferences since you saw the guy on Wii Music trying to play drums on there. So, I mean, that's for me. That's how bad it was. Bethesda did a great job. Ubisoft did a pretty good job as well. But Sony, they kept to the games, and I'm glad that. I mean, they know they're gonna have like 2, 3 more days to show additional gameplay, additional streams. So just keep those things, for the later days. Just go with the trailers, keep it short, and keep people wanting more, and that's how it should be done. So they did a great job.
Um, so yeah, I agree. It was a good conference. Not great. I think it was good. I liked it. Again, last 2 years were like fucking amazing from Sony. I know that they're showing games that is late, but last year with that orchestra started and then Kratos showed up from the behind the door. I was already screaming. I was like, oh my god! Spider-Man they showed last year again, showed this year, but Spider-Man the reveal was like, oh my god. And Days Gone again, another new game that they showed last year. So this year there was not surprises, I guess I would say. That's why maybe it hurt the conference. That's why at least I was expecting the new Sucker Punch game at least. But again, I have to understand that they have PSX in December. And for me, a disappointment, two disappointments that I have as a Sony fan, right? Last of Us. Show me something. I just want to see something. God damn it. I want to cry right now. I love that game. And then the other one that I am a little bit, not mad, but Matterfall is a PlayStation exclusive from Housemarque. They showed it on the pre-show. I was like, guys, really? You know, fucking Xbox took like 20 minutes to show indies, right? And PlayStation used to do that shit. They used to only show indies in in 2014 when they were the year for the PlayStation reveal, right? There was a lot of indies, and it seems like Sony has changed strategy to more big AAA games, and Microsoft has taken the Sony approach. That's what's funny how it switches, right? And then possibly, I'll bet you this: in a couple of years, while Sony prepares the next batch of games, they're gonna be showing indies. And then Microsoft, while it's preparing Halo and Gears of War, they're gonna be showing AAA exclusives, right? It's just a cycle. But anyway, I was a little bit sad. You should have had an indie section of the conference, but I know they typically they're leaving the indie section on PSX too, which they done the last couple of years too. Again, they have two big conferences. That's the problem. They have two big conferences. So how you spread the love, I guess. But Matterfall should have fucking been in the conference, you motherfuckers. Anyway, but fun. I like it. I still think it's the best conference as of now, but admittedly, it is not the knockout punch that a lot of people were saying to Microsoft. Admittedly, I'm trying to be unbiased here. With the Scorpio, Microsoft hold their own the best that they could. I know that it was mostly multiplats. They didn't show the exclusives that Sony showed, but at the same time, it wasn't like a knockout punch that everybody was expecting. Which I said it. I said on our pre-show, this is the chance for Sony to knock it out of the park and destroy Microsoft, but they didn't do it, and it is fine. I mean, competition is good. We'll see. Maybe Nintendo is the one doing the knockout punches tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. Anything to add, Caleones, before I do our rigmarole ending?
No, I'm just gonna go straight to bed and try to close my eyes, fall asleep, and for time to go past quick so it can be like noon tomorrow, and then they're ready for the Nintendo spotlight. Like you said, for me, Nintendo has a really good chance to walk away with a big win at E3. I know it's not entirely competing directly with Sony and Microsoft, but one of the fears that I have, and I guess it's kind of good, is that it's crowded right now. You have pretty much a really good Nintendo game coming out every month from here until the end of the year. So I don't know how many more games they can announce that they can squeeze in during that time. And now you have to add Skyrim. We don't know exactly when Skyrim is going to be coming out, and with the added amiibo support and motion controls, um, a lot of Nintendo fans are going to be looking forward to picking it up and buying it. So um, as far as Sony, they did a solid job. I was looking for that one announcement or reveal that was going to blow everything out, but it didn't necessarily happen. Everything that we saw, or pretty much almost everything that we saw, we already knew of. There was no knack 2 shown, so but yeah, I mean, overall, it was a good presentation, to the point, solid. And but I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And I mean, either for Sony and Microsoft, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have other activities where they're gonna be showing additional games, gameplays, and things like that. So there's still more to come. Just because they didn't show it at the conference doesn't mean that they don't have anything else. So there's still gonna be other things coming out, in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out and a ear out for those.
Thank you, Caleones, for that. I want to thank everybody who joined us for the Sony E3 2017 press conference right here at the Force in Unison Gaming channel. Of course, remember to subscribe, like, and comment so you can make these two crazy motherfuckers happy. Of course, we do a little small podcast called the Get In and Get Out Nintendo podcast, which you can also download in SoundCloud. Also, you can go to our Facebook page at Force in Unison Gaming. And to end our rigmarole, please go give some love to my boy Caleones and click at shigerosnews.com. With all that said, thank you again for joining us. Long live Sony, motherfucker. See you guys.
Hey, have a good night, everyone.